What's up, y'all? Thank you for tapping in with Amplified. This is the Amplified session, episode 1. We have the one and only Mr. Soloman Headen.
Round of
applause. Clap it up.
Round of applause in the comments.
We appreciate y'all comments. So Soloman, please tell us about yourself. Tell the people about yourself. We want to know, who is Soloman?
Yeah. So my name is Soloman Headen. I'm from North Carolina, from Sanford, North Carolina. Moved to Atlanta more recently. I moved to Atlanta and been working there for like 4 or 5 years, just really trying to like break through, find different pockets, find different sounds. Right now we in LA.
LA.
Been working out here for a little bit, so happy to connect with you.
So funny story, I want to say it's like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I think so.
So 2 weeks ago, we went to Simone. She plays Lisa on Bel Air.
Mm-hmm.
So Simone Joy Jones, we went to her event, listening party for her album Magnet. Acoustic vibes, it was top tier.
Fire.
I went with my camera to go take pictures.
Yeah.
And I'm walking to the building and I see this door and I'm like, is this the door? Mind you, it's like in a little alley or something.
It wasn't a cut.
It wasn't a cut. So I walk in and I'm like, let me just try it. Because I saw people leave it. So I'm like, okay, maybe this is where I go in.
Yeah.
I open the door and then the first person I see is Soloman. And literally, I'm like, the minute I saw it, I said, I'm not supposed to be here. I said, I'm not supposed to be here. I was just so caught off guard. I was like, am I supposed to be here? He was like, nah, like, you got to go around it.
Oh, damn. Yeah. That is true.
So I ended up going around and had to come in through the front. I'm in the front, and then next thing you know, I see Soloman is opening up, performing. I'm like, oh, snap. I really wasn't supposed to be there.
I'm crying now.
That was the funniest thing ever.
Yeah.
I say, like, and as soon as he got off, I was like, I gotta go tap in with you. Like,
bruh, I didn't even put that
to
together. That's funny as hell. I was low key, so I was back there like trying to like do the little quick change or whatever. So that's why I was like, hey. Like,
right, I was like, I want to walk in and I'm like, oh, I'm not supposed to be here for real. So it was like, dang, but he was real cool. Like, it wasn't even nothing crazy. Like, he was real cool. Just like, yeah, just go around, come in. You'll be right back where you need to be.
For sure.
And that's what happened. Apart from that, man, how's LA been treating you though? Life in general, like.
Man, LA has been phenomenal. I can't even lie. Like, before I came out here, I was like skeptical of LA. Yeah. Just cause like, you know what I'm saying?
Was it just things you were hearing or just things that like you kind of just thought was how LA was gonna be?
I think it was things that I was hearing. Like, I feel like all my homies in LA, whenever I talk to them about LA, they be like, man, this shit is hard. This da-da-da-da-da-da.
They tell you it's like the trenches.
Yeah, they be like, it's the trenches. So I'm like, dang, like, but I came out here and it was the exact opposite. Like, it's been love, it's been work. I got family out here, so I've been able to like spend time with them and like opportunity after opportunity. So I actually can say like right now I really enjoy LA.
So now that we got that, let's talk about the style, because I see you came in with, was that your guitar that you had?
Yeah, I always bring it just because, you know what I'm saying?
All right, so that's everywhere you go, like that's your style.
Yeah.
All right, so describe your style. Like, is it like more relaxed, more like just how you feeling? Nostalgic, contemporary, like what's that like?
I feel like my style ultimately is whatever I'm feeling that day, but I do think I have like a base, and that base is kind of like on the line of like R&B and rock star. Like, I feel like I try to be in that pocket. Like, I love the way Jimi Hendrix dresses.
That's an icon right there.
I love the way Andre 3000 dressed like in the early 2000s.
That's a staple.
And I feel like just my own spin of that, or my own modern, you know,
like
flair
you
of that.
get to kind of bring that nostalgic mix with the modern.
Exactly.
And it's all in Soloman style.
Yeah, and it all kind of makes sense because, like, you know, what you would see Jimi Hendrix wear, like, if you take away maybe like the flare of the pants or whatever, you would probably see like Jodeci wear, because they was both wearing like open shirts, wife beaters, like, you know, the whole thing.
That was like, dang, it kind of century or decades, like that's
for real.
Like, all y'all from North Carolina, right?
Yep.
Okay, so
North Carolina, born and raised.
Good Southern hospitality.
You feel me?
Like
in the cut. We from Sanford, like Colin.
So what's the closest like city that people will know in North Carolina? Is that Durham?
Durham. So I say
Sanford.
I say I'm from Sanford because I'm actually like, I was born there, but I moved to Durham when I was like 3.
Okay.
And lived in Durham until I was 17. So I really could say I'm from Durham too. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? You can't take that origin away. So
nah.
I really say both. But Durham is the closest thing for sure. I went to Southwest Elementary out there, RTCA. The whole nine, like, yeah.
Dang.
Was doing the band stuff. I was playing in marching bands, like.
I heard. What? So drums was your thing growing up too?
Yeah. I was not singing at all.
Dang. So was that kind of what led you into music? Was it drums first? Like you like the whole instrumental type, and then it led you to singing?
Yeah. So it was. I started playing drums in church.
Okay.
I moved from there into like marching band style, right? Okay. So when I changed schools, they had like this big marching band program. They were sending us back and forth to FAMU for like band camps and stuff.
The band camp, that's what you was in FAMU for?
Yeah, I was at FAMU for the band camps. And then I got into like jazz. So I was doing like jazz bands, like playing drums for jazz bands and like
out in Florida too?
No, just in North Carolina. Oh, wow. Yeah. You know, in North Carolina, they got John Coltrane School of Arts.
I'm about to say, all of that's down there too.
So I was a counselor for the John Coltrane School of Arts and all of that for drums only. Like this is before singing even came into
the picture.
So I think, mind you though, I was singing the whole time. I just won't.
You wasn't advertising.
Yeah, I won't like trying to be on that. I used to think singing was lame.
For real?
I did.
Not the way you be singing now. Like I know. I promise you, I wouldn't think so.
It's crazy. I used to think singing was lame. Like I tried to hide it for a long time.
Dang. So what was that breaking point that made you say, "Nah, man, y'all gotta hear me now"?
I think it was. I don't think it was a breaking point until I started making music. Yeah. Like once I started making music, I wanted to perform it. Like, and I knew I could. So then I just started doing it. It wasn't even like no thought process. It's just like everything kind of came into place the way it needed to.
Alignment and timing.
For real.
It seemed like the timing was because you had your time like with drumming. About how long would you say you did drumming in total? Like
I'm still doing it.
Oh, still doing it?
I'll still take gigs like as a drummer or MD or whatever. Like
you should have brought the drums today.
Not for real.
Like, you really should have. We could have had a whole performance for that right now.
For real.
With the drumming, you know, that's something that you did kind of growing up.
Yeah.
Another thing growing up is musical influences. So who were some of your musical influences growing up?
They came from everywhere. So I'll say early on, I was really influenced by this artist named B. Slade, who used to go by the name of Tone.
Okay.
He was a gospel artist, but he does everything, R&B, pop. He's a monster. But
shout out B. Slade.
Shout out him. I was influenced by him a lot vocally. Okay. He was the first person that I really like leaned into vocally. But then after that was Brandy. That kind of like
Brandy.
It tuned my ear, it did for me what she do for everybody. I feel like every singer,
that's the vocal Bible for a reason.
Every singer got the same story.
That's the vocal Bible for the reason. Like when I hear Brandy, I just think about nothing but like the layers, like how she layers those vocals on tracks. Brandy, if you're watching,
she's a monster.
Shout out to you for real. Like, she's still doing great stuff. In the game for this long and still doing what you're doing is crazy.
I'm gonna work with her. I'm speaking it. You feel me?
We're still manifesting. You know what I'm saying? Shout out, Brandy.
It's going.
And the song's already ready too. According
the song's already ready.
The song's already ready.
I have songs in my computer waiting for certain people, like dead ass. So, yeah.
This is that one of those like the musical influence that turns into the collab. Like we're gonna call it.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. But
so we got Brandy, B. Slade, and if you could give us probably two more.
James Fauntleroy for sure. He's a
yes.
You already know.
Yes, that's different. He's in his own pocket.
Yeah.
He's in his own pocket. And I love that for him.
Who else? I would say if it's James, if it's Brandy, I would say Tyler the Creator.
Yeah.
Tyler the Creator. Oh, well, I gotta say, if I say him, so James, Brandy, Tone, B. Slade, and Tyler the Creator, Kanye Pharrell.
Kanye Pharrell. Yeah. That's a solid lineup right there.
Production wise, I feel like I only do my drums the way I do because of Kanye.
I probably do hear that Neptune's reference, kind of something similar amongst the lines. Yeah. So you do the drums for your own music too? I do everything. I produce and write all my songs. Yo, I'm sitting next to this genius. Like, that's actually kind of crazy. You produce and write all your songs. Yeah. Is that by choice, or is it like, well, I'm working with a guy and then you just fell in love and attached to it? Like, yeah, it's by choice now. At first, it was just like, I want to put it out, so I got to do it. Yeah, send me beats, and then it'll be 2 months and no beats, and it's like, let me just go ahead and make my own beats, or, you know, like, I want to book a session. All right, it's gonna be $80 an hour. Damn, I'm in college. I can't pay $80 an hour. So that is real. So then
my first setup was, you remember them iPhone headphones with the little mic right here?
Yes.
I used to plug that mug into the computer and record right in the mic.
Oh,
but that's how I learned.
But that'd be the clearest mics too. Some people still use that till this day for their vlogs and like YouTube videos.
That's how I learned how to do my vocal presets and everything, because it's like, I learned how to take the bleeding out. I learned how to take the muffledness out.
Yep.
And I still use that same preset to this day.
Oh my gosh. Keeping it with the origins. That's real. Actually good that you brought that up, because now we're going to talk about the music creating process.
Okay.
So when it comes to working on a song, what comes to you first? Is it the melody, the lyrics, or the vibe?
Always the vibe.
The vibe.
Always the vibe.
First.
I never think about nothing else, really. I feel like when you get to thinking, it's always bad. it's always bad when you get to thinking. Like, the best things just come when you just
when it comes natural to you.
Yeah. So my first thing always is the instrumental.
Okay.
So I usually start with drums, because that's your, you know what I'm saying?
That's your major at this point.
You feel me? So usually start with drums, and build around that. But by the time I have that, I mumble, figure out.
Let me get my harmonies together.
Yeah, mumble, figure it out. And the song really creates itself. I ain't even gonna lie at this point. Like, the song really just creates itself.
Just based off of that vibe there.
Yeah.
Dang.
You don't even have to think about it. It's not forced.
So was that kind of like how it was for you when you were making like your very first songs? Like just everything? Oh, dang. So what was that like there?
I was thinking hella much.
And now you see a difference in the creative process.
Yeah. I was like, okay, so what do I want to do? Okay, so then I'm gonna do this. Oh, but then I'm gonna do that. And then you do it, and it's like, that ain't it. It can sometimes get lost in translation. I feel like some creatives might like understand, like, when you have an idea, and then it's like there's one thing between an idea in your mind and an idea in execution.
Yeah.
You feel me? And it's like, I feel like sometimes we could try to like predict how it's gonna come out, or like, and we never know. Nobody's ever that smart to know how it's gonna fully come out. So like,
until you actually do it, and then it's like you put so much time and thought process into it, and then you're like, oh, like you look at it. Sometimes you could be like, oh my gosh, this is it, and then sometimes you're like, dang, this is what I was thinking of. That's just in my world in general for like just photography. Like, you can have a whole set imagined, and then it's like you build it and you're like, oh, this is a set. And it could be good. You just might need to tweak it around or kind of get somebody else's kind of assistance around it.
Yeah. And
I see that.
I think in another space where like resources are not hindered, maybe like,
or get kept.
You know what I'm saying? Like when we do this interview again, maybe in like a year or two, I might have a different perspective. Man. But right now I feel like, shit, we using what we got. Like, you know, so
me too.
We just kind of like, even like this photo right here, like we went to a little desert, boom, take that little picture and we out of there. Like,
oh my gosh. And that was done here?
Yeah.
So this man been in LA just literally modeling and making music and making gigs and just doing things. So now we're gonna talk about creating Love FM.
Okay.
First, before we state anything about it, what's your favorite song off the project? Or your favorite song to sing off of the project?
I have a different answer every time.
Really?
But my answer right now is gonna be it's gotta be Stay Down. I can't lie. It's gotta be Stay Down.
He performed that live at Simone's event. And I'll say, like, the crowd just tapped right in. Like, this has been something that they've been hearing for like years long.
Yeah.
Like, it got that catchy vibe to it, but then it's like, he put his own, like, I don't know, like, y'all have to hear it. Like, I'm gonna put the link down below. Y'all have to hear this, listen to it. He has his own swag when it came to that. The intro to that song, we literally was just talking about that. Like, how did that come about? Like, what was the story of like getting that first part and then you tapping into like just Stay Down?
Yeah.
I can't sing right now, but you know.
What was that? So actually, I was working on a mixtape.
Okay.
That I ended up scrapping.
Oh.
But Stay Down was one of the songs from the mixtape, and what I was doing on the mixtape was just taking like North Carolina samples. So whether it was like Jodeci or Fantasia or like, you know, Petey Pablo or like, you know, old Cole stuff, J. Cole stuff, like whatever it was. Or even like Nina Simone from North Carolina, John Coltrane. I was just taking hella.
When you say it like that, you just feel it like North Carolina is literally home of like a lot of legends.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Like, people be sleeping on North Carolina, and the whole time you just name like 10, probably more legends just now.
Nah, in real life,
That's crazy.
people do sleep on North Carolina like it's nothing there, but like, nah.
Even when I lived there, like people that was living there was sleeping at their own state. I'm like,
Yeah, let's be clear.
Like, no,
Let's be
Carolina's
clear.
like that for real.
Yeah, the baby, all of that. Like,
Man.
come on, everybody. Like,
The baby had his run.
bruh, everybody. I feel like Anthony Hamilton. I forgot about. Yeah,
You see, we could probably keep on going.
We
on
could
there.
keep
Like,
going,
we really
for
could
real,
keep
like,
on going. And that's just North Carolina.
bruh. So, but yeah, that's what I was doing. I was taking like North Carolina samples and just kind of flipping them, and that was one of the ones.
Wow.
That I
Do you remember what song that was sampled from?
think it was Jodeci. Yeah, it was Jodeci. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now that you say it, I'm kind of hearing what song that came from. Like, I got to play it again.
Yep.
I'm gonna play it again because that probably is one of my favorite songs right now.
Word.
That and Lose probably.
Yeah.
Lose is good. I had the feature with, I want to say, was it Jay?
Yep. Jawan. Yep.
4 a.m. Yep, that's it.
Yes, sir.
Banger.
That was on the mixtape too.
That was, so both of them came from that.
From the mixtape,
onto
yep.
Love FM. Mm-hmm. So Love FM came out, people still jamming to that. Now you got Dragon Tattoo that just came out. That was this year.
Yes, sir. That was November 1st.
Tell us about that.
Yeah. So I'm just hella excited about this round of music because I just made it. Like, I literally just made Dragon Tattoo a month ago. So
it's fresh.
Yeah.
It's still like, I love it like that though. Like, it's fresh. It's still in the mindset. It's still getting its flowers right now.
Yeah.
Like, and that's probably an intro to something coming out soon.
No, for real. Like, I feel like I took almost a year to make Love FM.
Really?
Right? So all of those songs were made within a year. By the time they came out, they were almost a year old. This was just like a free-flowing process where I was just like, hey, this what I'm feeling, this what I'm feeling, this what I'm feeling, and this is out.
So creating this kind of felt more easier than creating Love FM in a sense.
I wouldn't say easier, it's just more free for sure.
So you were more familiar with kind of like just how to maneuver through it.
Yeah, more familiar, undeniably.
How do you balance personal life with being a musical artist?
How do I gotta ask myself that. I don't. How do I balance?
That's how you know you do a lot. Well, you be like, hey, I gotta actually stop and think about it. Like,
yeah. How do I balance personal life? I feel like one, I have family members and friends that believe in what I'm doing.
Real.
So they make it a lot easier because they just give me the freedom to like just go.
Yeah.
And that helps a lot. I think also I do have responsibilities. Like I have a wife and a son.
Shout out to the family.
I feel like you can't be but so disconnected when you have actual responsibilities.
Yeah.
Not saying that people who don't have that don't have responsibilities, but I think for me personally, if I didn't have that, I probably would just be even more just lost in the craft. Like, niggas wouldn't hear from me for weeks.
Because you got other stuff that you
Because I would just be gone. But I think it really does, like, I don't know, I feel like personally God gave me something that would ground me just so like
I was just about to say that. Like, it really keeps you kind of on some ground, like, all right, this is my reality, this is my moment where I can just kind of just feel like that's your safe space, if anything.
Yeah, it's like you can't have a big head when you changing dookie diapers, bruh. You really can't. Like, you like, how highly can you put yourself on the pedestal when somebody threw up on you? When your baby threw up on you, like,
exactly. Or you gotta wake up at 3 in the morning to change a diaper or something, like.
Bruh, I'm tired right now.
Oh my gosh. Cool. All right, so wife and kids cannot have a big head while changing dookie diapers.
You can't.
You can't.
It's impossible.
Thank you for reminding us that. Keeping us grounded. So besides that, on a typical day, what do you find yourself doing? Like, even if it's not music, what else do you find yourself doing? Just,
you know what?
Every time.
Working out. Working out is a new thing.
Okay. How new?
Like 3 months.
3 months. Okay.
3 months. I've been locking in. So like, that's a new thing because I feel like anybody who's a creative, they always need an outlet that's not creative.
Thank you.
To just like give your mind a second to make you realize that you're a human outside of what you do. and working out is my thing. Like I was trying to find hobbies. I was trying to play ball, go bowling, do the stuff. It just won't like.
It wasn't the life.
It wasn't it. But working out, I actually like enjoy it. So I'm like, that's been my outlet. So I spend, if I'm not working on music, if I'm not with my family, or if I'm not like, you know, doing something artistic, I'm probably working out or sleeping. Oh,
and
my
people
God.
be forgetting to get their sleep in. I actually just listened to a podcast this morning where, you know, they was just talking about, they're like, okay, you get 4 hours of sleep and you think that's enough. Like, no, your body's going to tell you that's not enough. If it's not today, it's going to tell you tomorrow. It's going to tell you next week. It's going to tell you next year. Like, just stay up on your sleep. So I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah, and if you sing too, you need to sleep.
That vocal rest.
Bruh.
Because vocal rest.
7 to 8 hours of sleep is mandatory if you're singing a lot.
Do you find yourself getting that a lot lately?
I get 7. I get 6 to 7. I ain't
6
gonna lie.
to 7.
That 8, getting that last hour, I feel like I ain't got that in a second.
How much you get yesterday?
I got 5.
Oh my God.
I can't lie, cause I knew I wasn't gonna be. I knew I was gonna be more talking than singing. So I'm like, I'm cool.
Look here, I get a nice 5 in. That's crazy, cause 5 can give you that energy to at least get through the day.
Yeah.
8 will kind of make you just wake up feeling like, oh yeah, like you wake up feel like you had an energy drink or something.
Bro, I feel like a newborn baby.
Literally.
Like what? I sleep on show days though. Like that's my rule. I'm going to get 8 hours of sleep on show days. But other than that, I probably get that 5.
It's a surprising fact about you that other people may not know.
Surprising. I really could have went crazy as a skateboarder.
I promise you I was nice.
Deadass, yep.
As a skateboarder,
I was tough when I was younger.
Okay.
Like maybe 10th grade. I was really like, I was doing the kick flips, the ollie flip, whatever you call it. I can't even remember what it was, but it was like,
you had it all down pat.
I really had it. Like I was in pocket, and then I hurt my elbow.
Oh.
Yeah, I fell and hurt my elbow, and I couldn't play drums.
Dang.
So I chose drums. So I said, yeah, nah, never.
So all of that happened. Well, you had a skate park?
Nah, I was at the crib. Like I used to go to Walmart.
On the skateboard?
Yeah, just skateboard in the parking lot, do crazy stuff in the parking lot. But once I was like, skateboarding finna make me not play drums?
Put the skateboard down.
Immediately, never touch the skateboard again.
Dang. What are some challenges that you might have faced growing up or faced in your career, and how has they influenced your growth?
I mean, I think a big challenge is being where I'm from. Like, nobody knows where I'm from. Like, you know what I'm saying? I always got a preference to like, oh, I'm close to this, I'm close to that.
Yeah, you always got to talk about what's near you and not what's actually where you at.
Yeah, so I think the first thing was just, I'm in the middle of nowhere, you know, wanting to do music, wanting to expand from this place. I'm in a small town. It's a small town mentality that goes on. Mind you, I love where I'm from, but I also, you know,
you like to get out.
It's the good and it's the bad with it. So I think leaving and going to Atlanta was like a big overcoming moment. Because at that point, it's like you're not hindered by your location. You're not hindered by, you know, whatever somebody would have to say in a space, because you're not there.
By that, like just your normal setting that you probably are well adjusted to, or like well engraved in.
And
it's always good for change.
There's even things that you probably wouldn't try if you was at your hometown.
Yeah.
But there's things when you get out and you get liberated and you see like, man, I could do anything.
Like you're in a new environment and it just gives you that new mentality.
Yeah.
Or it's not even new mentality, but you tried it probably, or you wanted to try where you're from.
Yeah.
But it just fit better once you're in this new setting.
Yeah.
I'm glad that it worked out. I'm glad that Atlanta worked out.
Yeah.
It got you in LA. LA, like I've always told people that too, like Atlanta and LA are two big places when it comes to music. Like R&B, hip hop, Afro beats, like anything. Like you're gonna want to tap in with the ATL crew. You're gonna want to tap in with the LA crew. You go on tap in with New York and DMV, of course.
Perfect.
Do you collaborate with any artists, living or past? Who would it be?
I would have really loved to work with Curtis Mayfield.
Curtis Mayfield? Why?
I would have really loved to like be in a studio, have him arrange the strings, you know, like that big like
that
big string sound.
Definitely went crazy.
Would have loved that.
Hearing that, dang, now that I'm visualizing and just hearing like that with your vocals, like if you could do some harmonies
on some soulful shit, like
that's soul. That's gonna be soul. Like that's the rhythm and soul right there.
Yeah, I would have loved to do that.
Man,
which you know can still happen.
Of course,
you know with that's why sampling is a thing.
Sampling,
you know, shit. Really, I would love to work with Tyler.
Tyler the Creator.
Yeah. And
he does what you do. He produces.
Tough. Yeah.
He writes. He does all of that. And I'm just like, wow.
And Tizo. I would like to work with Tizo.
Tizo's great. Yeah. Tizo he was on Tyler's project. He was on Lotto's project.
Yep. I love that song.
Yeah, the one with him and Lotto, that was crazy. I just love everything that he's been putting out lately. Yeah. And I kind of like that echoes, that melody type. Like he brings that type of vibe to the music where it's kind of nostalgic. Yeah. But he modernizes it. He puts his own swag on it, and I'm like, oh yeah, like you can tell when it's a Tizo touchdown track.
Sure.
Heard your catalog, and I said, yeah. Like now I know. I can't even say I know what to expect from you because I feel like you change it up. But I know the pocket that you're kind of in.
The sound, and
that's the type of sound I listen to. So
that's good. Yeah, I appreciate that because I feel like, you know, like as an artist, like it's easy to get lost in the sauce. Like it's hella artists, hella music. So it's easy to just be like, oh, I like this song, but I don't like this artist.
Yeah.
So to have somebody, you know, be like, no, I like this sound. I like this. It's
like I like what you're doing there. Exactly. Yeah. Keep it up, man. Keep it up.
For sure.
So now we're gonna get into that sampling because we talked about sampling.
I was listening to Wayne. Yeah.
Wayne.
I was listening to Wayne mixtapes. I was listening to Dipset. I was listening to Soulja Boy.
So you named the perfect three people. Mm-hmm. There are people who are getting sampled a lot today.
Yeah.
Like Sexy Red, she is killing it with like I think it was Glorilla. She did the whole like What You Know About Me sample, Wipe Me Down.
Yep.
She sampled like so many of these great songs that like we just talked about, like Wayne, Dipset, like Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy's Pretty Boy Swag is getting sampled left and right now. Yeah. How do you feel about samples? Like, what's your take on it? Do you want to do more of it? Like, cause I'm not even gonna lie, I love a sample. Like, yeah. I love to hear it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they did that. And I like to see what people do, like, kind of modernize something that's not really modern.
Yeah.
So what's your take on it?
I think I used to be off samples. I used to be like completely against it.
Yeah.
Until I did a sample and I liked it.
So you had to change the narrative for yourself.
Exactly. So I did it for myself, and I was like, wait a minute, this kind of fire.
Like, so this kind of smooth.
I fool with samples. I think there's a business side to samples. So if there's a way to sample and maybe hide it, or sample and like chop it up so much that it's like not even what it was before.
Yeah.
I think that's like incredible. But also just like, I don't know, I feel like the Kanye way of sampling, I enjoy that too, because even if you could just speed something up or slow something down, like it could add a completely different vibe to it. So
makes it feel like it's a whole different universe.
Yeah.
Man.
And it's a true art to it. Like the people like Jay Dilla, the Kanyes, the No IDs, the Alchemists.
Alchemists for sure.
Or even who else? Pete Rock. Like people who really like
who really be engineering.
Yeah, they really be like chopping samples up insane. Like, man, I have a lot of respect for those guys. Me personally, I just do what I like to hear.
Yeah. So this don't have to be one that you will exactly do, but what's one song that you just like so much that you would want to sample it?
There's a song called Can't Get Away From You. It's about like it's about this old girl group in the 60s.
Okay.
I can't even remember the name of the group.
Can't Get Away From You.
I know the name of the song is Can't Get Away From You though, but I've been listening to that heavy, thinking about like, I don't know, I might do something with this. So that's one of the songs that I've been like sitting with sample wise.
On your mind? Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. How would you describe your sound to somebody who is checking you out for the first time?
I would say vibey, soulful, R&B for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say vibey, soulful R&B. I would say dark R&B.
Dark R&B.
I don't feel like it's hella like bright,
it's not
poppy.
this vibrant type.
Yeah, I think it's kind of darker. Yeah, I think if I were to like put somebody onto my music, I'll say if you like, you know, darker sounding stuff, if you like, you know, like heavy drums, if you like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, and it has like the nice, like it has the echoes and the harmonies that really makes you, like gives it that vibey feel.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It fills the room. It kind of just makes you feel like, I don't know, like I could listen to that probably in any setting. Like, the first listen was a car ride home. It was like late.
I love to hear stuff like that, bro.
And the late car ride home, it was like a 30-minute drive. I promise you, like Love FM was the perfect thing to play. And it was just like, I parked the car, I was like, dang, I want to drive again. Like, I promise you, I wanted to drive again.
Man.
But no, I was not going to. Next was like a nice, cleaning up the house. Just around the house, just probably by yourself, gloomy weather outside.
Yeah.
That was the perfect setting. And one more was just today, like just getting ready. I was like, you know what? I was up pretty early. Yeah. So I played that to kind of just get up, like a nice slow start. And then we tapped into Nas and Genuine and all them. Yeah, but it was like, dang, like this album really just has a settings where it's just like good. And then Dragon Tattoo, I just kept throwing that in there. Like just randomly just have that come on. And it was like, dang.
Bruh, I appreciate that because I feel like growing up, like your favorite albums was birthed through experiences. So like, I loved, I can't remember the name, but it's like India Ari's, I think, Testimony or something like that. But I'm
visualizing that cover art.
Yeah, right I only love that album because my auntie was playing in the car. Oh. You feel me? So it's like, my ties with those albums are car rides or like Jill Scott's.
I was just about to say Jill Scott. I promise you, I was just about to say her.
What's the name of the album with with Golden on it?
Probably was Who Is Jill Scott.
Who Is Jill Scott?
Yep.
Who Is Jill Scott?
Who Is Jill Scott was always played in my sister's cars. The car rides going to school.
You see what I'm
she
saying?
was somebody who I was always listening to. And Jennifer Hudson. Yeah. Jennifer Hudson came out doing her thing with Spotlight. Yeah. The whole Dreamgirls songs. It was like, and I'm telling you, I could not stop hearing that song. I couldn't stop. So that song, when you say like, you know, the car rides, it really makes it like one of your favorite albums because it was like, I'm low-key forced to listen to it. Yeah. And it grows onto you. Yeah. Like, so I wasn't listening to a lot of stuff that I'm listening to now. Like growing up, rap was definitely not played in our household. Like my dad was not going for that. My mom was like, what is this? And it's so crazy because I'd be playing like 21 Savage and Lil Baby in the car for her. And she'd just be like, what? Like, I be crying, but like she loves when I play like the R&B. Yeah. She loves the LMA. She loves the Summer Walker. Her favorite one, she loves Ariana Grande. Like my mom is she just loves the vocals that comes from that. So now I'm like, I have to play your music when I'm in the car with her next. Like our car rides, she always tells me I'll put her onto her favorite music. Yeah. So now I'm gonna play you for her, and then if it passes the mom test, I know, like, and I feel like it's gonna pass it because moms be knowing.
Come on,
moms be knowing. Shout out to the moms.
For sure. Me and my mom, we had a fight about rap. Well, we consistently have a fight about that because she loved like LL Cool J, like Big Daddy Kane. And I fool with all of it. I fool with all of it because it's tough. But I'm like, you gotta listen to this. And I put on Wayne or I put on like T.I. She like,
how she feel about it?
She tried to hit me with the, I can't understand what he said. I'm like, bro, all right, here we go. So we always, it's like a fun thing. We always argue about rap because she thinks she a rap head. But
it's like you put her on, she caught herself putting you on.
Yeah, I really do this, man. So, you know what I'm saying? If you see this, you know what I'm saying? You just got to respect the ear. No, I'm just like.
He knows what he's talking about.
I know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
He really got that musical ear from you.
Nah. That's chalk. It's chalk. Nah,
like both of y'all really know what y'all talking about, if anything, because she put you on.
Nah, for sure.
Is there a specific song or album that holds the most meaning to you? It could be out of yours or something that you've heard growing up.
Yep. It's two. One that I know, like a family friend, he put out an album called Speak Life, and that changed a lot for me musically, just as far as hearing chords and hearing rhythms and stuff. So I hold that near and dear. But nice. I think aside from that, Kanye's Yeezus album.
Oh my gosh!
Because it changed. I know
that changed trajectories.
Yeah, everybody don't love that album, but
no. I'm glad you spoke on it.
Yeah, everybody don't love that album, but me personally, it just changed the way I saw an album format. Like, it don't have to be this. It could be whatever. It could be as disruptive as you want it to be. Like, it could be anything. So.
And I promise you, it's gonna have that. It's vibey. It's definitely gonna have that vibey hit to it. It's gonna have the songs like. I don't know. I've been liking Kanye's music. Like the whole Vultures that's been coming out. Vultures has been good. Ty Dolla $ign's one of my favorites too. He's a pocket that I low key would. So like, well, I guess that's the question I should ask first. Do you kind of like when artists or when people put you in pockets with like other artists? Like, oh, you have this person's style. You have that person's style. Or is it like, you know, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I think music is for consumption. So like. If somebody want to say I do soul music, I'll be a soul artist. Like if somebody want to say I do pop music, I'll be a pop artist. Like I make what I make. By the time I put it out and give it to y'all, everybody else is gonna have their own interpretation. Yeah. Thank you. Like music, I could play a song by TLC for literally 3 different people. All 3 of them might have their own different interpretation of it.
Some people say TLC is a pop group. Some people say TLC is an R&B group. Do it really matter? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because at the end of the day, they know what they
know who they are. And it only matters when, like, systematically you start getting placed in places that you don't want to be in. Like, if you are a pop artist, and because I've seen a conversation like, you know, when you're a pop artist, but you're, you know, a black pop artist, sometimes they could put you in R&B and, you know, I understand that conversation. And at that point, I believe that then it does matter. Cause
like you kind of have to, like, you know, stand your ground. Like, you know, I respect you. I appreciate that you think that, but.
Yeah, you're fighting for where you believe you belong in the world or where you believe you belong in the industry. So.
For your placement. Like.
For your placement. So I do agree for the people who fight for themselves in that aspect. But as far as like the public and, you know, letting them decide, I just let them enjoy it. Like,
I'm glad you like that because I listen to your music and I'm like, I categorize it with kind of like that Bryson Tiller, Ty Dolla $ign. Ty Dolla $ign for sure are like the 2. Like Bryson, you know, you talked about the whole trap soul with Bryson. Like that's just his thing. But then Ty's been doing his thing for years. It's just like, it's crazy. No matter what song he jumps on,
it's just tough. He just can't really do bad songs. Like
honestly, R&B evolving. Like we talked about just the growth of like Ty Dolla $ign and all these different artists. Talked about your growth from Love FM. How do you just see R&B evolving? Now, especially now that you're in the music realm doing music.
Yeah, I feel like it's like a phrase like the more things change, the more they stay the same.
Yeah,
I feel like undeniably R&B is changing. You know, the melodies are getting different, the production is getting different, things are becoming more minimal. But also it's like, I remember a time where, you know, Stevie Wonder was what people considered R&B. And then Jodeci came out and they're like, man, they're using hip hop drums. That's not R&B, that's hip hop. But Jodeci now is an R&B staple to us, right?
Literally.
So I feel like right now, like all of the negative things surrounding R&B, like, oh, R&B is dead, da 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 da. People said that when Genuine came out. People said that when Hank was too sexual, or they was saying that people always have negative things to say in the time period.
People are always good, and then watch how probably give it a week or 2 and it's gone.
Even like I say, even like give it 10, 15 years and you look back, and when it's an oldie, people are like, oh, this is my song. Not remembering. Y'all niggas shitted on this song when it came out. Like, I would love to talk to like all the OGs about like all the hate they got when they first came out. And now people love them.
And now they're getting the flowers that they probably should have gotten back then. And it's like, some of y'all are waiting until like, it's probably too late to even try to give this person that flower. Like, nah.
Great music is happening right now. I love the majority of it. Like,
that's cool.
Even the stuff that people are like, oh, this is lame, this is da 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 da, or da da da. Like, I think the thing now is like, oh, they can't sing, or this person can't sing, or that person can't sing. I'm like, bruh, shut up.
People
like,
just want stuff that can be the most catchiest thing to them, and they're not even listening for the words anymore.
It don't. Man,
they're not listening for the vibe. They're not trying to feel the vibe. They just want to know, is this going to be a big banger or not? And if it doesn't pass that one listen, they automatically write you off as this, and that.
The way I think about it, it's like, I've heard somebody say like, oh, it's too simple. Like it's too, but when you think about do you remember 21st night of September? That's simple. Like that's, they not doing nothing hella crazy. So I'm like,
that song gets played up every function that you probably go to.
Bruh.
It's simple.
And I'm like, or even, hey girl, how you doing?
Oh
my name is Charlie, last name Wilson. That's the same melody, like, and we love that. Shout out Charlie Wilson, Uncle Charlie. You feel me? Like,
Uncle Charlie's been doing crazy runs with his features lately too.
But it's the same shit that we doing now. It's like, it just get the hate. And I think, you know, people gotta remember, this shit is like, there's nothing new under the sun. Like,
nothing new under the sun.
You feel me?
I love that quote.
It's just, we just reinventing shit. We just trying different things. You can add one different thing to this table, and now it's a new table. You feel me?
I promise you.
So it's like, I don't know. I feel like it's all the same, man. I got love for it all. The old stuff, the new stuff, everything.
Did you draw any inspiration from any other genres besides R&B?
Yeah, gospel for sure.
Okay.
Pop for sure. I feel like for my live shows, jazz, cause I like add hella chords to like the live show to make it hella big.
Heard that at Soloman's.
Yeah.
That's actually crazy because Stay Down, I heard that. So like that event was my first time hearing Stay Down, but then I came back and I played, streaming services Stay Down. I'm like, wait, this is the same song, but then low-key sounds different.
Yeah.
And Simone's album was like that too. Like when she performed it, it had a whole different vibe than what it sounds like on streaming.
Yeah.
So I was like, dang, like did y'all plan that? Or like,
not at all.
Like you just normally like to kind of perform those songs like in that jazz type vibe when it's live?
No, I think I try to make sure whatever environment we're in, we're like, kind of tailoring what we do to make sense in that environment. So it's like,
that makes sense.
If I'm when I do the show at Vinyl in Atlanta, I'm gonna have a full band. If I did a show in here, it would make no sense to do a full band because the drums would be bouncing off the wall, it'd be hella loud, it'd just be too much, right? So I think we was in an art studio for that night.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, it don't make no sense to have bass and do all the stuff and make it loud and muddy. It was just me, my guitar, my keyboard player.
And it was really clean.
And we just stripped it all down. And I think when you strip it down, you can really see like the format of the song. And I think I just sang it from that perspective. And
it had a clean cut vibe to it. It had like a real strip. Like stripped, it was like a perfect word. It was like, what are 10 songs that you would just kind of make like on Soloman's Amplified playlist? Like what would be 10 songs that you're listening to, that you're jamming out to, that is like probably 10 of your favorites at the moment? What do you want to know?
Can I look at my phone?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Listening to everything.
Okay.
So I know undeniably I've been listening to Remember the Time, Destin Laurel.
Okay.
I've been listening to that a lot.
Remember the Time, Destin Laurel.
Okay. I'm Davis, For You, that song he got with T-Pain. He's a streamer. Chase Shakur. I've been listening to, I don't even know how to say the name of this song, but I've been listening to, it's like Limerence or something.
Oh, Limerence?
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
Limerence, yes.
Been listening to that. I've been listening to West Side Gun album, so Big Dump Ballad. Gotta be Judge Judy.
Probably 5.
Yeah, that's 5, yeah.
Okay, so we got the top 5. We got
top
the top 5. Top 5. So that's Soloman's Amplified playlist, top 5. Now we did 5 songs. We also want to shed light on 5 artists. So who are 5 artists that you just want to amplify? I want to put you on the Amplified playlist.
Yeah, Deshaun Porter, Destiny Brianna, Jawan MP3, he's on 4 a.m. I love Tiana Major, Naomi Sharon. I love her.
You probably just put me on.
Naomi Sharon is tough.
Tell you, question A or question B, and you just got to pick one back. Like, kind of pick your brain off of it. So 90s R&B or 2000s R&B?
I'm gonna go 2000s.
Okay.
Yep.
Slow jams or party anthems?
I'm gonna go slow jams.
I was like, the minute I said that, I was like, I feel like I know this one.
Slow jams forever.
Studio or live performances?
Studio, because I just feel like
Really?
studio, I'm always working on the next. Like I do enjoy like the interaction with the people.
Okay.
But like, you don't have nothing to perform if you're not at the studio. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's real. That's real. It's a personal one. Apple Music or Spotify?
Apple Music. I'm sorry. But you know what? I can't say that. That was too fast. Most of my streams are on Spotify.
You see?
Most of my streams are on Spotify. So let me be clear. Hold on.
Before everybody
Hold on. Most of my streams are on Spotify. I personally use Apple Music, but I do love and respect Spotify because they have pushed a lot of my stuff.
Spotify.
So shout out to everybody at Spotify. Like, I think my TBD from the last album has like over 500,000 streams. Like,
Yeah,
on Spotify.
that has a big one up there.
Yeah,
I saw that. I was like, oh, like,
Shout out Spotify.
really that guy. Like, calm down.
Yeah.
Man, it's crazy though. If you asked me that, I would have said Apple Music.
Yeah.
And then as of this year, I switched to Spotify for the first time, and I just have never looked back.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. But Apple Music, I can see why though. Like personal preference, that's where I'll go.
I mean, if you gotta, like, most people who have iPhones use Apple Music because it just come with it.
It's just there.
But Spotify is amazing too. So I mean, if there's a draw option in this one,
It would have to be that one.
I use that one.
I like it. Okay. Better settings to listen to music. Singing in the shower or singing while cleaning up the crib? Cause people be in they bags when they singing in the shower.
I was gonna say
when they be vacuuming
the crib.
Cleaning up the crib.
I ain't gonna lie, cause I feel like when I'm cleaning up, especially if I'm by myself, but I'm going insane by myself. What?
I can just hear it. I honestly can't hear it. Like, this is funny.
I'm going crazy in there.
We're just gonna come up with a scenario, pick top 5 songs to go on the mixtape. First one's gonna be, it's gonna be breakup songs, heartbreak songs. What would be 5 songs that you would just play that kind of cater to that? Or you would put in the playlist? It's not even something that you would listen to, but 5 songs that you associate with somebody going through heartbreak, or who just got broken up, or who did the breakup.
I would say On God, 4 Bats.
Oh my gosh, you starting off strong.
I would say Sorry for 2004, Ruben Studdard. Please Don't Go, Tank. Say Never the Right Time to Say Goodbye, Chris Brown. And You Help Me, Usher. From 8701.
Like, emotional approach to it.
Hell yeah.
Cause I'm not gonna lie, when I thought about it, my first song was I Don't Fuck With You, my Big Shot.
But the shit, that'll work. This ain't shit from Snoop Dogg. That's
Oh
the
my
one.
gosh, that would have been up there. Doing It Wrong, Drake, that probably would have been up there.
Oh, yep.
That had to have gone up there. Shit, I probably would have put Beyonce, Resentment, or Irreplaceable. Like, just those, like, that would have been a nice slow. It was.
They're Doing It Wrong. I was singing that yesterday. That's crazy.
Summer Walker, you know, she got some good ones for the breakups.
What was it, Session 32?
Man, and 33.
I said bullshit from Summer Walker.
The pregame mixtape. So there's a party that you go into, and you are in charge of the aux. So what would be the top 5 songs that you play? Probably when y'all get in the car going out, or y'all are at the house doing the pregame rituals before we step out. What's the top 5 songs that's coming on?
I literally got a playlist.
Oh my gosh, you came prepared.
Taco Tuesday playlist, bro.
Please
Like,
share that with
we
me.
literally, we did a Taco Tuesday with my family, and I'm on the aux every time. Like,
They let you be in charge of it because they know
give
that
me
you
the
come with the
aux
vibes.
immediately. I like that. Future.
Oh my gosh,
You
yes.
feel me? We got.
Metro.
You feel me? We got Yeah Glow. You
Get
feel
'em
me?
Glow.
Glorilla. We got, what else is out here? You My Everything, Sexy Red.
Sexy Red.
Gotta put that on there. What else? On My Mama, Victoria Monet. You feel me?
Nice pregame ritual.
Boss Man D-Lo though. We gotta put Boss Man D-Lo in.
Boss Man D-Lo, that's probably gonna have to be a whole other episode where we just talk about how he came in the game and just went crazy. Like,
These ain't no Hirachis.
The fact that you really got in his tone is
Bruh.
crazy.
King Hibachi. That was crazy.
Man.
This nigga's tough.
Bossman D-Lo is amazing.
He gotta be on every pregame playlist. There's no way I'm making another playlist without him on it.
Without, man,
If it's a party playlist, he gotta be on.
He has to be there. You are putting somebody on to music from the 90s in general.
I'm immediately going to Aaliyah.
Aaliyah.
4-page letter, immediately. That 90s or is that 2000s? I was finna say DMX.
Oh, it could just be a throwback
that's 90s,
playlist.
yep.
Let's just call it a throwback playlist.
All right, so it's dark and hell is hot. DMX.
Okay.
Gotta go that. I would say Faith Evans' first album.
Oh.
I would say D'Angelo. Is that 2000s though?
D'Angelo.
Untitled. I mean, not Untitled, but Voodoo. No, that's 2000s, I think.
I mean, but it's still considered a throwback, especially if you want to look at it from now. So that could still slide on there.
It's literally 2000s. It's like
right there.
Right when 2000 came in. So it can get.
I would still let it have that.
Or we can go Brown Sugar. My favorite D'Angelo album is Voodoo, but we can go Brown Sugar because that's tough too.
Don't Leave Me, Black Street.
Okay. Last one. Let me see.
Usher, Nice and Slow. We could do My Little Secret, Escape.
There it is.
We could do Get It Together, 702.
Nice and Slow. You can never go wrong with that one. Them drums on there is crazy on Nice and Slow.
Every Little Step, Bobby Brown.
Oh, already, yeah.
Make It Last Forever, Keith Sweat. That, we could do this playlist all day long.
Is it Tenderoni? Who is that? Is that Bobby Brown? That's Bobby Brown, yeah. Help us out, because you know what I'm saying? We
Look, we not This has honestly been fun. This has been great. Yeah. We appreciate you again once more for coming on the platform.
Appreciate you for having me.
We got to do a lot more, and I just wish you nothing but success. Literally anywhere you go, Atlanta, we gonna make our way to the DMV for sure.
For sure.
Back in North Carolina, and we want you back in LA for sure. I'm glad you had a great time.
Yeah.
I'm glad this picture came up at that time. Yeah. This is actually the picture I took of Soloman at the Simone listening party, and this was right after I got to talk to him about. Oh, you from North Carolina?
Yeah.
I went to A&T. Oh, you live in Atlanta? I'm from Atlanta.
Yeah, shout out Aggies and all that.
Literally, Aggie pride, y'all. I'm glad he got that down pat.
Shout out y'all.
He's real. He's about it.
Yeah, shout out Central too. I'm not forgetting y'all.
We gonna talk about.
I knew that was gonna happen, but nah, fuck all that. Shout out Central. Shout out all
Don't
that.
say
UNCG. I know, you know what I'm saying. All of that. My cousin used to play ball at UNCG. Shout out North Carolina. We finna bring that back. I ain't heard niggas say that in a long time. Shout out North Carolina.
Shout out North Carolina. I will say that much.
You feel me? Yeah.
Appreciate you again once more, Soloman.
For sure, bro.
It was great having you.
Great being here, bro.